Obviously, you haven't heard the pug bark. Welcome to Mornings on Main Street, Clarksville. I'm your host, Stefanie Miller. Coming up, we learn about the 2 fierce stages puppies go through and why it is so important to start training right off the bat. Chasity Lindsey from Legend Acres shares that information with us, and also how you can train older dogs. And then after that, we learn about Warrior Summer happening for service members and their families at Fort Campbell. We check in with the executive director, Ann Jarvis, to get that information for you. After that, we get to hear all about the secret menu at Waffle House. Our food reporter and columnist, Catherine Mayhew, shares that with us in a few minutes. But first, let's check in with reporter Cheri Reeves with the wrap.
This is the wrap for the June 29th edition of Main Street, Clarksville. The Clarksville City Council has voted down a resolution requesting the mayor call 3 vision sessions each year. Their discussion led to the revelation that not all of the elected officials are attending their assigned committee meetings. Main Street Clarksville took a closer look at their attendance records. The Clarksville Montgomery County Regional Planning Commission has received site plans for the popular gas station Buc-ee's and also for a CarMax Auto Superstore. Buc-ee's is all the rage and will open off I-24's Exit 1. The CarMax will be its 11th store in Tennessee and will be located on 101st Airborne next to Furniture Connection. How do you plan to spend Independence Day? We have all the details of where to celebrate in Montgomery County, including Liberty Park on July 3rd. And on the 4th, Fort Campbell is the place to be. This week's edition has all the details for you. We also bring you photos of some of the action that takes place on Saturday mornings at the downtown farmers market here in Clarksville. They're offering all kinds of fresh fruits and vegetables, crafts, and other unique items for sale. They're open 8 a.m. till noon every Saturday morning. And that's the wrap. I'm Cheri Reeves, Main Street, Clarksville.
Here at the Journey Louie team with Benchmark Realty, we pride ourselves on the service that we provide our clients.
We believe in delivering a level of service that is above and beyond what is expected.
We don't cut corners, and we are always available. We are committed to learning and continuously sharpening our skills.
We're social media experts, we're tech savvy, and we embrace change.
It is our unending desire to be our client's realtor for life. We are the Journey Louie team, leading you home.
As a busy mom juggling family, errands, and everything life throws at me, I try my best to be environmentally conscious. So of course, I buy flushable wipes thinking I'm doing the right thing. But it turns out flushable wipes aren't actually flushable. I found out the hard way when flushable wipes caused a clog and flooded my house with sewage. It ended up costing me thousands of dollars in damage and a big headache with the insurance company. It's safe to say our family will never flush a flushable wipe again, and instead put them where they belong, in the trash.
Tired of hanging lights every year? We get it. That's why Southern Nights is here to help. We install programmable lighting on your home or business so you can enjoy beautiful, customizable lighting all year round. No more ladders, tangled lights, or cold nights outside. We do the work, you do the celebrating. Call Southern Nights today and take the hassle out of holiday lighting forever. For a free quote, give us a call at 931-241-3074 or visit our Facebook page at Southern Nights.
They said I wouldn't make it without a college degree.
They said only a man could be a roofing executive.
They said a former addict always relapses.
They said my amputation would keep me out of roofing.
They said never give an ex-convict a second chance.
They said I could never be a leader.
They said I couldn't support my family as a single mom.
At Rackley, we say they're wrong.
Want to change the world? Change it, one roof at a time.
this morning we are going to touch on puppy and dog training. To tell us about how that gets done and maybe what you need to look for when you're finding, either a trainer or a class to go through, I have Chasity Lindsey with us. She's with Legend Acres here in Montgomery County. You also have a spot in Arizona, and this is her service dog, Jack. First off, thank you so much, Chasity, for your time.
Yeah, not a problem.
So I guess when we're looking to train a pup, we have this puppy, we want to make sure, the sit, the stay, learning to go outside. Where do we start?
Well, the first thing you want to start with is socialization, really. Everybody thinks it's like basic obedience, sit down, stay, but you really need to socialize your puppy because puppies actually go through 2 fear stages. And so if they get scared, a lot of times we just stick them in a bedroom or somewhere and be like, oh, they'll get through it, and they really don't. So it actually causes reactivity or aggression in the future. So I would say start with socialization. Take them everywhere. And if you can't put them on the ground because of shots, put them in a wagon.
That's smart.
Yeah.
So Chasity, when did those, 2 fear stages hit?
So the first fear stage hits anywhere between 3 to 6 weeks, and then it can hit in like 8 to 12 weeks, and then the 6th one is 6 to 8 months.
Okay.
Yeah.
So how detrimental is it to that puppy as it grows up if it's not socialized during those times?
It can definitely cause like a lot of reactivity. It can cause anxiety, reactivity. So anxiety is there's 2 reasons why dogs are anxious, because genes, it's in their genetics, and that goes back 7 generations with a dog. It's on a gene, we know where it is, and then it wasn't socialized properly. If something has scared it, and then so it's very detrimental. If whatever you are going to do in your life, your puppy needs to be a part of that.
No kidding. So what you're seeing here as far as video, this is one of the puppy training sessions that's happening here at Sango Veterinary Clinic. This past Saturday, you see Chasity working with some of the pups there. So you're working with the pups and I'm trying to think. So they don't take on to the training. Like, how do you continue that training? Or
so we will continue the training. So my puppy pre-K is only 3 weeks, and then you'll go into like a fundamentals course. Okay. So in puppy pre-K, we actually teach you about crate training, how to get them in and out of the car, how to get them used to the leash, how to get them ready to go to the vet, how to socialize them to vacuum cleaners. That's a big thing. That's a big monster in your house. How to get them used to other people, kids, things like that.
And the same with other pets.
Other pets, cats, reptiles, all that fun stuff.
So say you missed that puppy stage, and I know, again, I can only go off personal experience. Yeah. We adopted a dog at age 5. Right. What do you do about training an adult dog?
So you can actually bring them through. So what I can do is I can come out and assess your dog. So that's what I can do. I give free assessments. I can come out, we can do a goal training session, and I can let you know where your dog needs to be in our classes. So we offer 4 classes, start at, 5 now because of puppy pre-K, but you can start at fundamentals, and then you can go all the way up to our advanced urban class.
Okay, great to know. And should we focus on, I know, or I've seen, a lot of people do the treat, so the treat reward?
Oh yes, all the time. So at Legend Acres, we're positive reinforcement only. Okay. You don't need any special equipment except a leash and a collar. We don't do any type of negative punishment, such as e-collars, prong collars, or choke collars. We don't hit, we don't kick, we don't do anything like that. Positive reinforcement only. And that's actually been backed by science, that actually works the best and it actually lasts longer with the dog.
Now, Chasity, share with us some of your background. You've been working with dogs now for 10 years?
For 10 years, and I've been with Legend Acres for 3 years, and I actually was a student at Legend Acres first, and our joke is, I just didn't want to leave, so they hired me.
What's been your biggest lesson through the 10 years when working with pups and our dogs?
So my biggest lesson, my personal background is, I was one of the trainers that used the e-collar, and I have a very reactive dog now, and it took me 2 years of positive reinforcement training to get that dog to go out without a muzzle and to go to the vet without trying to bite people. And so that is my biggest takeaway, and that's why I love Legend Acres and what we do here.
So for those looking, say they don't have a Legends Acres in their area, because again, our show hits all over Middle Tennessee.
Right.
What do we need to look for with a pet training service?
You need to look for somebody that says positive reinforcement. Don't look for somebody that says balance trainer, because those type of trainers can use e-collars, prong collars, and shop collars. And I'm not trying to say that all trainers that use those are bad, but it can be negative, especially for a dog who has anxiety. It can go in the opposite direction that you want it to go with. So look for a trainer that uses positive reinforcement, fun-based, bond building, any type of training like that. And also Legend Acres does offer online courses. So they're online fundamentals, online intermediate, and on up. And we even have an on-demand course that you can take at your own pace.
Very nice. Oh my gosh, Chasity, thank you so much. Is there anything I haven't asked that you feel like may be beneficial for people to hear?
Just socialize your puppy. Please socialize them to everything. Everything that you think is going to be in your life, that's huge.
I appreciate it. Again, Chasity, Lindsey with Legends Acres out of Montgomery County. We appreciate your time. Look forward to maybe catching you in the future as well. It looks like those pups were having a really good time. Stick with us here on Mornings on Main Street. We have more coming up right after this.
Here at the Journey Louis team with Benchmark Realty, we pride ourselves on the service that we provide our clients.
We believe in delivering a level of service that is above and beyond what is expected.
We don't cut corners and we are always available. We are committed to learning and continuously sharpening our skills.
We're social media experts, we're tech savvy, and we embrace change.
It is our unending desire to be our client's realtor for life. We are the Journey Louis team, leading you home.
Tired of hanging lights every year? We get it. That's why Southern Nights is here to help. We install programmable lighting on your home or business so you can enjoy beautiful, customizable lighting all year round. No more ladders, tangled lights, or cold nights outside. We do the work, you do the celebrating. Call Southern Nights today and take the hassle out of holiday lighting forever. For a free quote, give us a call at 931-241-3074 or visit our Facebook page at Southern Nights.
As a busy mom juggling family, errands, and everything life throws at me, I try my best to be environmentally conscious. So of course, I buy flushable wipes thinking I'm doing the right thing. But it turns out flushable wipes aren't actually flushable. I found out the hard way when flushable wipes caused a clog and flooded my house with sewage. It ended up costing me thousands of dollars in damage and a big headache with the insurance company. It's safe to say our family will never flush a flushable wipe again, and instead put them where they belong, in the trash.
There's a lot to consider when it comes to choosing a Medicare plan. That's where Health Markets Insurance Agency can help. Independent licensed insurance agents who work with Health Markets can answer your questions about the different parts of Medicare, when you can enroll, benefits, costs, and more. Speak to a local licensed insurance agent today to get started on your Medicare journey.
You know who she is by now, I hope. Executive Director of USO Fort Campbell, Nashville, Ann Jarvis, once again with us to talk about Warrior Summer and what is happening here on base at Fort Campbell. First off, always great connecting with you.
Yeah, our pleasure. We love having you here. We like talking about the USO.
Oh, and we love sharing it. And just, you know, we're going to start having regular segments with Ann, or not just Ann, but here with the USO and hear from Fort Campbell. But let's talk about Warrior Summer and what everyone can get involved with who are on base.
Yes, every weekend in June and July we're doing something for families. Last week we took families to the Adventure Center in Nashville. We've done Dunbar Cave tours. This week we're doing Pennyroyal. We're also doing Pennyroyal in July. We're taking families to the zoo in July, and Madisonville's coming out. Their whole city's participating. We're going to do kayaking and a picnic and barbecue, as well as we're going to be floating down Clarksville's Red River with Float Your Boat. So we're doing a lot of really fun things for Warrior Summer.
That sounds like a blast. And you know, there are so many service members here in Clarksville, Montgomery County, and a little bit outside of. How do they sign up for this? Because are there just limited spots?
There are limited spots. So June is looking pretty full, but July actually opens up last week of June. So make sure you are looking at our website. That's where everybody registers under the events tab, fortcampbell.uso.org, and that's where you can find out all the information. It's kind of, Warrior Summer is our way to get families into the community and see what all the fun things that we have around here that you can do that's super local and free to do.
Because there are so many things to do here in Clarksville, Montgomery County, and you guys always have people moving in and moving out, so it is great that you're getting this information out. What has been one of the favorite trips or activities thus far?
You know, every year we do Dunbar Cave. You know, that's right in our backyard here in Clarksville, and people love going to that. I think Penny Row, this is the first year we're doing Penny Row, and I'm excited to see how many people go. I personally love taking my kids there. It's great for little kids, and we have a lot of young families on this base, so I hope they get a lot out of that.
So you have Warrior Summer. Do you have anything coming up maybe in the fall or the winter time that people that they need to be aware of?
Yeah, so mark your calendars. I know it's Veterans Day, but November 11th, we're doing our 23rd annual Eagle Toy Run with Appleton Harley Davidson.
Nice.
So it's a motorcycle run, but after the motorcycle run, there's an after party at Appleton Harley in Clarksville, and we're collecting toys for our Holly Jolly Holiday event, which is happening in December.
I love that Holly Jolly Holiday, and you know that we're going to be highlighting this beforehand and, of course, giving you an update once that event is over. Again, share with us, and I ask this often because you never know who's going to be seeing this and who's watching and who can share. How can people volunteer their time, whether they live on base or if they're just a citizen out in the community?
Yeah, so we've got 2 brick and mortar facilities in Nashville and here at Fort Campbell. If you want to volunteer either one, volunteers.uso.org. And you can click where you want to volunteer and we'll get you started.
And recently we talked to a young man named Gabe, who is not only active service member, but he is also a volunteer, and really expressed how important it is to give that time, whether you're enlisted or if you're just out in the community and want something to do with your time. So again, it is valuable, whether it be a monetary donation, whether it be an item donation, or again, your volunteer time.
Yeah.
Anything else that I haven't asked you that we need to know about before we move into the month of July?
Yeah, just happy summer, and we're always glad you're here.
Last thing, there's also July 4th activities coming up, or July 4th weekend. We will be highlighting this later on closer to time, but what do we need to know, or do you have that information?
MWR website, Fort Campbell MWR, Google that and you'll find all the information on their site.
And always a treat, stick with us. We always love having you, don't go anywhere. We have more coming up on Mornings on Main Street after this commercial break.
Tired of hanging lights every year? We get it. That's why Southern Nights is here to help. We install programmable lighting on your home or business so you can enjoy beautiful, customizable lighting all year round. No more ladders, tangled lights, or cold nights outside. We do the work, you do the celebrating. Call Southern Nights today and take the hassle out of holiday lighting forever. For a free quote, give us a call at 931-241-3074 or visit our Facebook page at Southern Nights.
Here at the Journey Louis team with Benchmark Realty, we pride ourselves on the service that we provide our clients.
We believe in delivering a level of service that is above and beyond what is expected.
We don't cut corners, and we are always available. We are committed to learning and continuously sharpening our skills.
We're social media experts, we're tech savvy, and we embrace change.
It is our unending desire to be our client's realtor for life. We are the Journey Louis team, leading you home.
As a busy mom juggling family, errands, and everything life throws at me, I try my best to be environmentally conscious. So of course, I buy flushable wipes thinking I'm doing the right thing. But it turns out flushable wipes aren't actually flushable. I found out the hard way when flushable wipes caused a clog and flooded my house with sewage. It ended up costing me thousands of dollars in damage and a big headache with the insurance company. It's safe to say our family will never flush a flushable wipe again, and instead put them where they belong, in the trash.
You can't see the sights without the sounds. From the crack of the bat to the roar of the crowd and everything in between, discover what Hit City has to offer. Spend your nights cheering on the Nashville Sounds at First Horizon Park with giveaways, fireworks shows, theme weekends, and more. Single game tickets are on sale now. Visit NashvilleSounds.com to claim your seat today.
I get to share with you video from the Robert Spicer Buck Dance Championship, and let me tell you, it was really cool to see youngsters and those who either dance with Mr. Spicer or those who just knew him carry on that legacy by showing off their buck dance or flat footwork on the dance floor. Also, keep an eye out because I am in some of this video. Towards the end of the video, you'll notice me in a white blouse. I took part in my age group for the Buck Dance Championship, and once it's over, I'll share with you where I placed.
Welcome to the
hope you guys enjoyed that as much as I did. So I will share with you, I took part in the age group of 36 to 50. There were 3 of us that danced in this, and I placed first. And let me tell you, it brought back a number of memories of dancing with Mr. Spicer when I was a kid. And let me tell you, my ankles still hurt today. All right, stick with us. We have a little bit more coming up here on Mornings on Main Street right after this.
Hockey in Music City just hits different. It's one big honky-tonk party. It's the sea of gold in the crowd, the goals, the saves, the celebrations. It's an experience like no other. Experience Predators hockey all season long. Visit NashvillePredators.com/season tickets and join the Loyal Legion today. That's NashvillePredators.com/tickets, and we'll see you at Bridgestone Arena.
Welcome back. Get this, there are 1,981 Waffle House restaurants in the U.S. In Tennessee, as of last year, there are 134 Waffle Houses. If you've never been, it is a place you need to stop. I tend to go really early in the morning or extremely late at night. But to tell us about the yumminess that can be found at a Waffle House, we have Catherine Mayhew with us. She has our Let's Eat segment. You can find all of her articles at mainstreetnashville.com. Catherine, always a treat.
Same here. Love seeing you.
Well, let's talk about Waffle Houses, because I don't think I've been to a Waffle House. It's been a long time, but that used to be the spot in high school.
You know, I thought about this when I was deciding to do Waffle House. More than 13,000 people moved to Nashville last year from other places, and Waffle Houses are predominantly in the Southeast. So I thought, I wonder when they go by a Waffle House if they think this is all about the waffles.
And it's not.
It's not at all. So a few years ago, Sean Brock, who has Audrey and the Continental here in Nashville, a very well-known chef, took Anthony Bourdain of TV fame to a Waffle House, and he said he had devised his own chef's tasting menu. Yes. And it starts out with the pecan waffle, and then he proceeds to a patty melt, and then he gets a green salad, which is really nothing but iceberg lettuce out of the bag, with Thousand Island dressing, which of course comes out of a plastic packet.
I'm sorry, I've just chuckled.
And Anthony Bourdain was just, what is this? I'm not,
mind blown.
But anybody who's grown up in the South, they have their things at the Waffle House that are just their favorites. And then they recently changed their menu. And so now I'm calling that the secret menu for those of us who've been here for a long time. They took, like, for instance, the cheesy eggs off the menu. And when I went in, I couldn't find them. And I asked the waitress and I said, where are the cheesy eggs? And she said, you can still get them. You just have to know to ask. And they're the only item on the menu that came with cinnamon toast and apple butter. At any rate.
Really?
Oh, great. It's delicious.
Oh, I'm going to say I'm chuckling because I'm tickled by this. Like, I don't know what it is about their toast, the toast and butter, something just easy, but is always so good there.
Well, when you use hydrogenated vegetable oil as your butter and you slather the toast in it, who wouldn't want that?
That's so true.
So, and then there's other things about the Waffle House that people don't know. Like when you sit at your table and you order, the waitress goes back behind the counter. She has to stand on a specific spot and she yells the order out. There's nothing ever, the short order cook never gets anything written down. How does he remember with all those orders? Well, they have what they call a marking system. So if you order specifically, I'm looking at my notes here because I can't remember everything. If you order scrambled eggs, they put a jelly packet at the bottom of the plate. And that means scrambled eggs.
Really?
Yeah, you have like a mayonnaise packet for some things, a pat of butter for other things. And so the whole plate is marked, and that's how they remember what goes on your plate.
I had no idea. Never knew that, ever.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's kind of interesting. And then the other interesting thing that people don't know about Waffle House is the National Weather Service actually relies on the Waffle House when they're having a natural disaster. They call it the Waffle House Index. If the Waffle House is open, then that's a green light. If the Waffle House is on reduced hours and is working with a generator, that's a yellow light. And if the Waffle House is closed, you better just go, run for the hills.
You're kidding.
No, it is an actual thing that the National Weather Service uses. And it makes like all kinds of sense because everybody knows that the only thing that never closes ever is a Waffle House.
100%. You're right. You're right. Well, okay. So when you go to Waffle House, what is your go-to? What is your get? What do you get when you're there?
My go-to, similar to Sean Brock, I am very partial to the pecan waffle with fake butter and fake syrup. I understand that. It's okay. Then you move to the patty melt, which is really just a festival of grease. It's so delicious. And usually I get hash browns covered, smothered, and peppered, which is with onions, cheese, and jalapenos.
I get my hash browns that way too. Yes.
Yummy.
I love it.
Seriously yummy.
It is. It is. I do my eggs over easy though, because I like to take the toast and like sop up all the
dip it in the egg yolk. Yeah.
100%.
That's a pro move.
No, you were saying like you've been to the Waffle House there and you've had some pretty interesting, I guess, celebrity encounter.
There are a lot of celebrities that go to the Waffle House. And of course, the first rule in Nashville is if you encounter a celebrity anywhere, actually, you never acknowledge that they're famous. Like you never go up and ask for a photo or even, sort of gape at them. So yeah, I was at a Waffle House. This was when my kid was younger, and in walked Faith Hill and Tim McGraw. And at that time, their first daughter. They have 3 now, but at that time it was just, I think her name is Grace. And Noah and Grace kind of played with each other, and I pretended like I didn't know who they were.
Oh my heavens.
Yeah.
That is cool. Is there anything else about the Waffle House that we need to know before we make a trip there?
I will say this. Everybody who walks into that Waffle House is treated absolutely equal. There are no grade A people, no grade D people. Every person is exactly the same. And I find that to be highly refreshing.
I agree with that. Yes, I love it. Catherine, thank you so much. I can't wait to see what we're tasting next.
Okay, well, stay tuned.
Yes, ma'am.
Get your knife and fork ready.
Talk to you soon.
Welcome back to Today's Better Health. I'm Colleen Barton, and I'm here with Dr. Gil Kentoff and Dr. Wendy Toohey, and we're talking about the latest treatments in back and neck pain.
Many people, Colleen, come to see us with neck and back pain, and they develop tingling and numbness down the arm or lower back pain that develops into sciatica shooting down their leg. And for these patients, we have an advanced treatment technology, non-surgical decompression therapy that we really introduced to this area. It separates the vertebrae and creates a suction to allow fluids and nutrients back in to heal the disc naturally, relieving pressure on the nerve and on the joint. It's an amazing treatment.
We've been helping patients like this for the last 30 years, helping them get back to work, get back to their family, get back to the life they want to live.
I mean, it really is amazing. Technology helping us to live pain-free and better lives.
Right.
And I bet you have a special offer.
The first 25 callers will receive an examination, x-rays, review of our findings, and their first treatment, all for $39.
Call 615-551-3897 today to receive this special offer.